If you think you need $1,000 a month injection just to lose your body fat, you have already lost. Because I'm about to share with you 5 foods that do exactly what Ozempic does to your body. However, in this case, it does it naturally, far cheaper, and without wrecking your metabolism. So no needles are required. I hate needles. Every single time I see one, every single time I get my blood drawn, I get close to passing out because I just hate seeing needles. I hate everything needle related. I hate it. So no needles, no prescriptions, just real food and a real system. Now, before we get into it, my name is Conan. I help busy, career-driven men drop 30 to 50 pounds, all without sacrificing their favorite foods or spending hours in the gym. Now, my clients, they travel, they work full-time, they have families, kids, and they still get lean, six-pack abs. And by the end of this video, you'll know the exact foods that kill hunger, control blood sugar, and make fat loss feel effortless. Because who, realistically, wouldn't want that? So many people tell you that you have to grind harder, you have to sacrifice, eat chicken, broccoli, and rice from a Tupperware 7 days a week, 6 times a day. Who wants to do that? Who can do that sustainably? No one. Unless you're a pro bodybuilder who just lives in a box, sure, you'll do what it takes. But for the average person who has life outside of the gym, that is not something that you want to do, at least for myself. Like, I am a big foodie. I love eating food. And if you were to tell me that I cannot have a certain food ever again, guess what? I'm naturally going to start to want to crave that food. Anyway, I'll walk you through the 5 foods, how to use them, and the one mistake that makes people eat less or eat these and still stay fat. So here's the truth no one tells you about Ozempic. It doesn't automatically directly burn fat. A lot of people think that, oh, as soon as I take the injection, my fat will just melt away. It doesn't work like that. It just makes you eat less by killing your appetite. But we don't need to be taking a shot in order to do that. So many people, including myself, our clients, anyone who has six-pack abs, have mastered the art of killing their appetite, because that is the biggest thing that holds so many people stuck, right? Sure, we live in an environment where food is super hyper palatable, it's super tasty, it's super addictive, it's super like everything. But if you had zero appetite, you would not be eating these foods. It is your appetite. It is your hunger hormones, your leptin and your ghrelin, which signal to your body that you're either full and satisfied and or that you're super hungry and craving junk food. And now if you can get these hunger hormones in control, which you don't need to take Ozempic for, you will master your diet. And when you master your diet, when you just master the art of not putting so much food into your mouth, you are going to be successful, especially if you combine it with a proper resistance training program. You're active throughout the day, you get enough sleep, you reduce your stress. Oh my goodness. You'll be having six-pack abs by the summer, guaranteed. So essentially, if we can control your hunger, control your blood sugar, and control your cravings with food, you do not need a drug, and you do not need to rely on a drug, because a lot of people don't tell you this, but once you do take Ozempic, it's not like one of these things where you just take it once and then boom, that's it. It's like, no, if you want to continuously keep getting the results from it, you have to keep taking it. So now you're on this weekly, monthly, yearly subscription that never ends. And guess what? As soon as you stop that subscription, you're going to go back to your old habits again, back to your old ways again, which likely for you is 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds overweight. And I don't know about you, but I would rather not put a Band-Aid on something and actually fix the issue once and for all so that this no longer becomes an issue for me, as opposed to just finding something short-term and just slapping a Band-Aid on it and then call it a day and then spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every single month, every single year on this stupid thing, on this stupid needle. Once again, I hate needles. I would never do that. So once again, you do not need a drug, you need a system. So let's start with food number 1, Greek yogurt. Most people snack because they're not actually hungry. they're protein deprived. Oh, Greek yogurt, it is loaded with casein protein, which means it's a slower digesting protein, and protein in general is great to slow down your digestion because it takes a bit longer for your body to fully break down and digest, but especially a casein type of protein, which is a different type of protein, it actually digests a lot slower compared to, let's say, like a whey-based protein, for example. So digest slower, it keeps you fuller for hours, and it blunts cravings the exact same way Ozempic blunts appetite. So if you're starving, especially at night, you have those late night cravings, you likely didn't even eat enough protein earlier on in the day. And so you can use fat-free Greek yogurt. You can find it at the store. Add some berries on top. I love frozen berries, and I like to defrost them a bit so they get like kind of juicy in a way. It's super delicious. Or you can just add them frozen or fresh even as well if you want. Sprinkle in some cinnamon on top, and then optionally you can either add some honey or some 0-calorie maple syrup or some Splenda packets if you like it really, really sweet. But I guarantee you, just the cinnamon and berries will add that natural sweetness, and it is delicious. And if you want to up the protein even more, add a scoop of protein powder. That's also going to add more protein and add a ton more flavor. Like nowadays, there are so many, honestly, like crazy delicious protein powder flavors out there, and it's simply just protein. Minimal carbs, minimal fats, just straight. One scoop typically has around 25 grams of protein, and it's super delicious. You can get a bunch of different flavors. Add that to your Greek yogurt. That's an easy 50 grams of protein, which will once again cure your cravings, blunt your appetite, and help you with your protein goals. It's like a win-win-win situation. This becomes your anti-binge dessert. Food number 2 is potatoes. Yes, potatoes. Yes, carbs. And no, you should not fear carbs. And no, carbs do not make you fat. People avoid carbs and wonder why they lose control at night. And now potatoes, specifically the russet type of potato, you can use any potato, but I love the russet potatoes. They're dirt cheap. Literally, I went to Walmart for like a 5-pound bag, $1.50. So cheap. Honestly, one of the cheapest carbs you can get. And it's one of my go-to carbohydrate sources. I run marathons. I compete in bodybuilding shows. I do high rocks competitions. I do bodybuilding. Like I do everything. And carbs are my best friends. Potatoes, I eat them every single day. And they actually rank number 1 on the satiety index. So there's a index of foods, a list of foods, and potatoes rank highest on the satiety, meaning that they're the most satiating food, like on the planet. On the planet. They'll fill your stomach, stabilize your blood sugar, and shut down your cravings. Like if you were to actually, and don't turn them into French fries, don't deep fry them, like just take potatoes, either boil them, microwave them. The way I like to do it is I don't have an air fryer. Ideally, if you have an air fryer, best way to make them. But so what I do is I'll microwave my potatoes for around 3 minutes, and then I'll cut them up. I'll add them onto a pan, and then I'll get them nice and crispy. And that literally tastes amazing. It's not like French fries, but it's soft on the inside, crispy on the outside. Add some sugar-free ketchup if you want, but I have that every single day. It is delicious. Now, the problem here isn't carbs, because once again, carbs do not make you fat. Too many calories make you fat. The problem is liquid carbs and junk carbs, right? The carbs that are very easily absorbed by your body, and the carbs that you eat and they don't fill you up, right? Typically the sweets, the candy bars, the chips, all these things. So once again, you can either boil them or air fry your potatoes. Best way to do them. Add some salt and then pair them with a lean source of protein, whether it's chicken, lean ground beef, or fish. You'll feel full on half the calories of pasta or bread or rice. I'm not a big fan of rice, to be honest. Not because rice is bad, but because it's like there's like nothing in it. It's just white rice. There's no real nutrients inside of rice, whereas potatoes, vitamin C, fiber, and once again, super filling. Food number 3, lean ground meat. Most people, they will eat healthy, but still feel weak, tired, and hungry. Now, lean ground turkey or beef is also fine, gives you protein and micronutrients, and an underrated thing, chewing volume. And now chewing food actually increases satiety hormones, because when you physically have to go through the chewing process and the digestion process, your body has to just simply work a bit harder to fully digest the food, right? Imagine eating 200 calories worth of steak versus eating 200 calories worth of orange juice. The orange juice you're going to drink, and it's the way I like to describe this is any juice, any liquid calorie for that matter, it's almost been like pre-digested by your body, meaning that it doesn't have to go through your digestion process. You just drink it, and then boom, it's in your digestive stream, and your body doesn't have to work hard for it, essentially. Whereas steak, I mean, you got to chew that thing long and hard before you can actually swallow it, right? And so by doing that in itself, not only are you working your jawline, your jaw muscles, but now your body has to like actually work hard to like fully digest and absorb the food. So the more whole foods that you can eat and the less processed and liquid calories that you can consume, the better off you'll be and the more satiated you will feel throughout the day. So protein shakes even as well, like shakes don't make you full, but biting food does. So you can use the ground beef either in taco bowls, in stir fries, or even in lettuce wraps. You get a ton of volume, it's low in calories, and it's highly satisfying. Food number 4 is berries. Sugar cravings sabotage more diets more than anything else, right? The reason why you binge on your diet is because you have these cravings for these sweet processed foods. So you turn to donuts or to sweets or to candy bars, right? But if you revert to nature's candy, berries, fruits, any type of fruit, apples, bananas, kiwis, oranges, oh my goodness, delicious. They are low in calories, high in fiber, and high in volume. They hit the sweet craving without spiking blood sugar. So you do not need more willpower. You just need better swaps. So I personally, I keep frozen berries in my freezer, and every single time I want a dessert, I just grab a bowl of berries instead. And what I like to do is I use a vegan protein powder, and I will take a scoop of that. I will add some water, turn it into like a sludge paste-like texture and consistency. So simply just take the scoop, add a bit of water until you reach your desired consistency. The reason why I like a vegan protein blend for my protein as opposed to like a whey or any other type of protein is because the vegan one actually turns out a lot thicker compared to a whey-based protein. And now, yes, it still has a full amino acid profile. It has all 9 essential amino acids because it's a vegan protein blend. So it uses different types of plant proteins. I believe it uses like a pumpkin seed protein, a brown rice protein, and it added like maybe some, and I think some other ones. But yeah, it turns into a complete source of protein. So don't be scared about it not being a complete source of protein, because at least the one that I take, the one for my protein, it is, and it's also very delicious. I have the mocha flavor, tiramisu flavor, vanilla chai flavor, and I have banana bread flavor. Like all of them are delicious. Mocha and banana bread are my top 2. And yeah, I'll just turn it into sludge, and then I'll add some berries on top. And that is like my almost like Greek yogurt bowl, if you will, without the dairy. It digests super well. I get my sweet tooth satisfied, and it's delicious. Great way to end the night. Now, last food here is eggs. Most people, they start their day with carbs and crash by 10 a.m., right? They have a sugary bowl of cereal, a piece of toast with butter, just something carb heavy with no protein. That is a guaranteed way to just have a bad day. Like it's the worst possible way to start your day. Now, eggs, they help stabilize hunger hormones, and people who eat eggs for breakfast, also, there's been studies shown that people who do that eat fewer calories all day long because eggs are very satiating. It's the combination of the protein and the healthy fats that you get from eggs that just keep you fuller for longer, right? And so fat loss isn't what you eat at night. It's what you eat in the first 3 hours of the day, because I see a lot of people as well. They'll either have a bad breakfast of simply only carbs, or they'll skip their breakfast, right? And then come noon, come 3 p.m., come 6 p.m., because they've been eating all day, or they've just eaten so poorly, minimal protein, high carbs, high sugar, they just end up craving all this junk food at night and end up binging at night. Whereas if you just eat balanced meals throughout the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, it will stabilize your blood sugar. It'll stabilize your hunger hormones, and you won't end up finding yourself binging food in the pantry late at night. So when it comes to the eggs, you can either boil them on the go, right? So very easily, like you can bring them in your lunch bag. If you boil them, you can turn them into like a veggie omelet as well. Add some vegetables, red onions, peppers, whatever you want. Add it into an omelet. Add some meat on it too. Or you can scramble them with some lean meat. Simple, repeatable, effective. So let me be very, very clear here. No specific food directly burns body fat. It's not like you're going to eat a couple of handful of berries and some eggs and some lean ground meat and your body fat is magically going to disappear. Like, it doesn't work like that. And whoever claims that there are certain foods out there that directly, magically help you burn body fat are lying to you. But they can help you eat less calories overall, give you more energy, help you be more satiated so that you don't end up ruining your diet and stuffing yourself with all this processed foods. So once again, no food burns fat, systems burn fat. And Ozempic works. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. It definitely works. But it works because it controls your behavior. And now these foods that I just listed, these top 5 foods, also work because they control hunger. So if you incorporate these foods into your diet, I guarantee you're going to have a far easier time sticking to your diet, losing the body fat, sticking to your calorie deficit. Now, if you need help, if you want a custom fat loss plan built around your busy schedule, your job, and your family, what you can go ahead and do is schedule a free consultation call with me down below, where we'll essentially go over your current goals. We'll see exactly how much weight you're looking to lose. We'll go over your current struggles. We'll see exactly what's holding you back right now from achieving your goal. And then lastly, we'll create a game plan together to help you absolutely crush your goals in the next 3 to 6 months. Now, if that sounds good to you, the link will be in the description down below, and I'll see y'all there. Peace.